Hello, and thank you for checking this video. I'm LS4LIFE. I make adapters, as you know it. You get in this video because I'm trying to give you some information for some of those who happen to receive the Cpen adapter. Just a quick overview. Obviously, this is the Cpen adapter, and I'm just showing you this so that you understand that there is openings in the blade, and that I apply what I call, or what it is called, a vinyl, which is like a vinyl wrap, so I can create a solid space so that you can have air resistance. But these areas obviously are open, and in case the vinyl wrap break, but in any of the area that you had no support, you could still obviously reapply some vinyl wrap or even clear tape, and it is just to create a enclosed space so you can have air resistance. Now, since I recently did an update on my adapter, I also did a adjustment on the housing of the adapter here, and I just want to show you one thing here. This part over here, it is a secondary piece to create more security on the adapter, just a peace of mind, but it's not all that necessary. So if you insert the controller here, the arm will go into the opening here, and then you will take this and put it over the top. Now, what this is supposed to pretty much do is that if by any chance, let's assume you did not insert the arm properly, let's stick it out a little bit. Remember to always press the button. Always press the button and then push like this on the back, because if you don't press the button, you may break the little arm that goes inside the connection to keep the adapter and the controller attached. So let's say if you did not insert the controller properly and you have a big gap like this. Now, by all means, just because the arm is partially inside that opening, is not going to come out. And if you swing using the J-pen technique, you don't create enough force for the controller to go out. However, this part here is your second point of guarantee that it's not going to go out, because it will be over here preventing it from pushing past to, even if the arm here comes slightly out, it won't come past this point. This is why this part is important, but not 100% necessary. If you properly inserted the adapter in here, you won't have to do this, but mistakes are made. So I prefer to have this as a second alternative to protect the controller from slipping out. So with that being said, this was the previous housing, and you can tell that this part here is a lot of, obviously, less thick, and obviously it is usable with no problem. Sorry about that. It is fine. The problem that I came across and happened just to notice is that there is very little space between the clip here and the body of the controller, which means that there will be too much pressure. And while you have this part, this white part here, attach to this. Let's take it out because this is removable. You can just lift, rotate, and push, and this comes out. If you take this part here, gonna create obviously a very tight fit. So let's do that. In order to get it in, it's better to go in this way and then switch so that you can get a corner, like to the corner, and then just push up, okay? There you go. So, again, if I do this and insert this inside here, this part now that is here with this is gonna create a very tight fit. Okay, and that is the one aspect. Oops, sorry, I put this in the wrong way. Okay. So again, by having this attached and the housing, this particular housing, if I push down, it's gonna break this piece because it is too tight. I want to see if it happens now. If it doesn't, amen, but it's not a guarantee. All right, so it did not break because this piece is slightly slimmer than a previous one, so it did not. However, there is a chance that people who have received my new adapter with the upgrade, probably this part here, this white part, this section here may be a little thicker, causing this part here to break. Now, if that happened to you, of course, reach out to me. However, don't be afraid if you still have the controller here, right? It's intact. You should be able to play with no worries about. But in case you are concerned about it, I'm more than willing to send you a new part or a whole new adapter. So I'm making this video just to inform you ahead of time so that you don't have the wrong impression that the adapter was wrongly made. What's important to know is that I noticed the issue, and what I did on this adapter part is I created a more room and also made it thicker. So if you compare this and this, you can see how this one is obviously slimmer and is closer into the body of the controller, while this one is thicker and it has a more of a gap here so that you have more a little more breathing room. So that is all for now. All I wanted to show you this information so that you can understand it and don't be surprised if you encounter a simple problem of that nature. And by all means, just contact me and I'll be more than willing to replace this part for you, and you can easily attach it on your paddle, or I can as well send you a whole new paddle. Okay, let me take a second and show you something very nice. Okay, I'm back. So what I wanted to show you is this is a regular table tennis paddle, a very inexpensive one that you can buy basically in Walmart or any store, even a key store. Now, why I'm showing you this regular blade is because with this blade, and obviously with a specific shape of a cutout, as you see here, which I can provide a template for, you can take your old paddle or a cheap, inexpensive wood blade and take this particular adapter or a J-pen adapter, which I also make, and insert it into the opening here this way. Now you can put a little screw through this hole, or I can create an opening, a small hole here, so that you can put a screw and attach your blade to this here, and now you can have this as your regular J-pen paddle as well. So again, you can insert the controller and use your blade to play your game without having to worry. Now, by all means, if you are interested or you think this is a good idea, please let me know. I can start making this specific modular pieces, and obviously offer this at a very low price so that you can use your own blade and create your own adapter to play 11 table tennis or any table tennis game that you may own. You need to have a support for the Quest 3 or Quest 3S controller. This is all for now. Thank you for stopping by. LS4LIFE out.